predominantly Hindu. Since Christmas, they've been the target of a wave of attacks allegedly carried out by Hindu extremists. Daniel Crozier has the details.
Many Hindus in India feel their religion is under threat as Christian missionaries carry out their work across the country. In response, they're carrying out ceremonies of their own like this, in which Christians are converted to Hinduism. Whether their conversion is self-motivated or prompted by recent attacks is unclear. The fundamentalist Hindu group responsible for the ceremony says this is the only way to counter the activities of Christian missionaries whom they accuse of bribery. Part of the welcoming ritual, carried out by a federal lawmaker, involves the cleansing of feet.
We tell them the importance of our religion, the importance of keeping the country united. We tell them that if they change their belief and religion, the country will be divided. We give them the example of Pakistan. Those who follow what we are saying come to us.
But the plans for a mass reconversion fizzled out somewhat, as only a few hundred people turned up for the ceremony. Many of them weren't Christians to begin with. As it turned out, some, like Mohan Lal, were already Hindus. He says he's only taking part because he was told to. A series of religiously motivated attacks have been carried out recently on Christians living in the east of the country. In January, an Australian missionary and his 2 sons were burnt to death in a remote village. And 2 Christian teenagers were killed and another seriously hurt just a few weeks ago. The attacks have been blamed on fundamentalist groups linked to the Indian Prime Minister, Atal Bihari Vajpayee's right-wing BJP. One Catholic priest says Hindu claims that missionaries are forcibly carrying out conversions to Christianity isn't true.
When you say Christians are forcibly converting others, always use forcibly. And no case has been proved. Let the law take its course. By all means, the law is there.
The sudden rise in religiously motivated incidents is putting pressure on India's Hindu nationalist government. Christian groups have counted some 100 incidents in the last year, ranging from the alleged rape of nuns to the burning of Bibles. The Prime Minister, who recently played host to the UN Human Rights Commissioner Mary Robinson, has pleaded for religious tolerance and promised tough action against the perpetrators of such attacks. Daniel Crozier, ITN.
A Texas court has been told that a group of white supremacists made new recruits go out and kill someone as part of their initiation. The evidence came from a former acquaintance of John King, who's accused of murdering a black man by chaining him to a truck and dragging him for 3 miles. From America, John Irvine reports.
John King is brought to court wearing a bulletproof jacket. So debased and cruel was his alleged crime that the authorities afford him maximum protection to ensure it is the court alone that determines his fate.
This trial is it's more brutal and it's more racial than you guys anticipate. It's a bad case.
King is one of 3 whites accused of murdering this man, 49-year-old James Bird. He was chained to the back of a pickup truck and dragged nearly 3 miles until his body was torn to pieces. The sheriff's worst suspicions were confirmed by the discovery of a cigarette lighter on the road. It was etched with 3 letters, KKK. Ku Klux Klan members have appeared outside the Jasper courthouse. They have organized several rallies in support of the defendant.
Black power! Black power! Black power!
Black extremists have also been demonstrating. The FBI and the Texas Rangers are on hand to keep the 2 sides apart. The defendant's body is covered with racist and fascist tattoos. The prosecution claim that he carried out the murder as part of a recruitment drive for a new white supremacist group. The trial will finish soon. Conviction may well bring with it the death penalty. The Texas trial is getting coverage across the United States. Not only is the case singularly shocking, it has again forced Americans to confront the racism that is still endemic in many parts of their country. John Irvine, ITN, in the United States.
There's a health warning about